What's going on, guys? King Tragic back with a video on the channel, and today why do I always laugh when I do this? I'm not gonna lie, listen fam, I was lazy. Long day, drove past a McDonald's. I had to get the McDonald's, so we did get a nice little mini goated McDonald's order, as well as some things on the side. So we've got a 20 piece. Of course you gotta get 20 piece, because I mean 20 pieces are life. The most aesthetic burger in the history of fast food, in my opinion. The quarter pounder with cheese, 2 plain McChickens, a small fry, which half of which fell out in my car, and I got Doritos because I stopped at the 7-Eleven on the way home. So we got the GOATED 3D Doritos, the spicy ranch, the nacho cheese, and of course some sauces, which they gave me 78 barbecue sauces and 2 hot mustards, but I'm not complaining. Oreo McFlurry on the side, ice cream machine was working, and away we go. I'm gonna make myself a nice little sandwich with these McChickens, but if you're digging the content, you wanna see more of me being lazy and eating McDonald's and running my mouth, like, subscribe, thumbs up, and all that cringy YouTube stuff. If you're new to the channel, we keep these at all times. This right here is Wingstop Ranch. I saved them. I didn't realize that I had one left, and it was sitting in the back of my fridge when I was looking for my sandwich topping, so I'm just gonna dig right into one of these. This is very important stuff, to have the Wingstop Ranch. Save your sauces, people. Honestly, there's nothing better than getting a McDonald's chicken sandwich and dipping it in Wingstop Ranch. I'm serious. And then you got these 3D Doritos. You don't even need the fries, man. But with the most aesthetic burger of all time, we're gonna freak this a little. Before I do, let's just take a moment to marvel at the aesthetic marvel that is a quarter pounder with cheese. I was thinking about getting a double, but at the last minute, I don't know why. I just said single. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna make ourselves a McGangbang. Now, McGangbang is usually, I can say that now on this channel, that's cool, since they changed this, is usually a McChicken that you put on a double cheeseburger, but I figured the double cheeseburger never does enough for me, so I'm gonna put it on the quarter pounder. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna add some of that Wingstop Ranch. Yes, we are. Then what we're gonna do, we're gonna take some of the sandwich topper, which is basically hot chopped peppers. But I love this stuff, and I think it just makes every sandwich better. So we're gonna take some of that, and we're gonna relish that bad boy right up on here. One more for the road. Can't have enough of this stuff. People say, why don't you eat pickles? Like, this is what stuff should taste like. Pickles are disgusting. I love y'all, but you know I hate pickles. If you're new to the channel, I love you too. Welcome. We do weird stuff on here because your boy is very weird. Then we're gonna take this. All right, we gotta go this way because it's upside down. So we're gonna go here. We're gonna go here. Then we're gonna flip this. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the deluxe McGangbang. It's cool. I can say gangbang on here now. Oh, drip on me. Let my OCD kick in for a bit. Oh, it's so good. Look in there. Look at all that love in there. Look at that relish right here. Save that for later. How much of it is on my face right now? I'm sorry to everybody who just watched me lick the side of my sandwich. That was a reflex. Some of y'all might like that. Coming soon on OnlyFans. I say this every time. If you have never had the 3D Doritos, what are you, that is so good. What are you waiting for? No. Yes, it's happening. Now, we have got the deluxe McGangbang. You should have seen me asking for this. I'm not editing that. You should see me asking for this McFlurry. I saw that thing and I was like, you know, do I want to risk it? And I said, is your ice cream machine broken? And they said, no, it's working. So we got a W here. The only thing that sucks is that I had the late night menu, so they didn't have like half of the stuff that I would have eaten. I would have gotten a chicken sandwich at the new crispy joint. Can't get it after midnight. You know, the McDonald's late night menu is basically quarter pounders, McChickens, and like Big Macs, nuggets, and fries. That's pretty much it. But I was being lazy. And I just really, after today, it's just been a long day. I just did not feel like cooking. So, it is what it is. I'm not complaining. Anytime you get a sandwich of this caliber, I don't have to do dishes. I can understand why people eat fast food all the time. I love homemade stuff, but sometimes just not cooking. You know what I need? I need a chef. Most people would say I need to get married, but no amount of food is worth that pain. I've actually come to an epiphany. That's one of those big words again. If you don't know what an epiphany is, it's just like a moment of clarity or realization, right? I'm not trying to be like a jerk when I say like, oh, you don't know what that means? Sometimes like, it's not necessary to use big words, but it's just sometimes I say them, so. I'm not trying to be pompous. Anyway, I've come to an epiphany today. And I wanted to get on here and share it with you guys. I'm gonna stop chewing and then I'm gonna tell you. Just wait. Stop eating, bro. Okay. I'm never getting married. I'm not. I thought about it. And I want you to hear me out before you make me jump down my throat saying, oh, well, I'm waiting to find the right person. Listen. Just hear me out. I am not saying that I will never spend the rest of my life with one person. I'm not saying that I will never be in love. I'm not. What I'm saying is that I'm never signing a legally binding contract that clarifies so. I genuinely don't see the point. What is the point of getting married? And I don't mean staying with somebody. I don't even mean the ceremony. I mean like getting married. I don't get it. Let me know in the comments. You know how I like to chop it up with you guys. Am I crazy for that? I am not saying that I would never spend the rest of my life with one person. I'm not. I am not saying I'm incapable of love and mate and blah, 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 blah. I just think the actual like act of marriage is stupid. Like, why are you signing a paper that says that you're married? Like, for what's the point? It's a contract. Like, why am I signing this contract? And people are, oh, well, you know, it says you love each other. I need to sign a piece of paper that says I love you? Oh, well, It's to Sarah. Like, I don't see a reason. I see no reason to sign a legal contract that says I'm getting married. None. I think we're brainwashed to say that you have to get married. Why can't you be in love with somebody and not sign the freaking paper? Am I wrong for that? What does it do? What's the point? And throughout my day at work, I have a lot of married people around me. None of them could give me an actual answer that says, oh, you have to get married, you should get married. Most of them say, you're right, don't do it. And these are people that are happily married. Why am I not opening that hot mustard? Like, F the barbecue sauce. The hot mustard, though. Excuse me. I can't even open it with my fat fingers. There we go. I'm the daddy. Okay. I don't understand. Is it because you want the wedding? Like, is the wedding important? I feel like a lot of people these days get married for wrong reasons. Especially like my generation and forward. So like millennials all the way like to Gen Z and eventually Gen Alpha, whenever you guys are old enough to get married. I feel like now the idea of the wedding, the idea of being married, the idea of a husband or wife is more important than actually being in love. I think that's why the divorce rate is skyrocketing. People marry somebody that they don't even like, let alone love, because they want to have a big wedding. And when I talk to the Gen Xers and beyond, the boomers, baby boomers, and I ask them, to a person, did you have a big wedding? No, not really. You know, like, how many people were there? You know, like, even the people who did, the weddings weren't like the events that they are now. I feel like weddings now are like a freaking event. Like, everybody just tries to outdo each other. A lot of my friends, because I'm in that age bracket now, you know, like, my friends are 30, you know, they're 30, turning 30, past 30, and so everybody's getting married. And people see one person's wedding, and they, like, look at their, like, girlfriend or boyfriend, and they're like, we gotta do more than this. I'm like, is that what's important? Like, my parents have been together, damn, like 30-something years. They had a wedding. They signed the paper at City Hall. Like, what happened to that? Why is the wedding so important now? I think we've been brainwashed by, like, companies. So say, oh, you gotta have a wedding. Like, why is it that the size of the rock on your finger is symbolic of the amount of love that you have for each other? Like, my mom's wedding ring looks like a freaking tin can, bro. It looks like you got it from a little thing in the front of the stores when you turn it. I feel like that stuff is leaving. Like, people don't really, you don't need to marry. Like, I feel like that's a thing of the past. I don't think you need to get married anymore. Genuinely. I just don't think it's important. Society, gender roles, all of it, it's all changed. And I'm not saying this is like a bad thing. I love the fact that gender roles are like this now. You know, I've talked about the whole, you know, the primary breadwinners and his relationships and stuff. Speaking of which, I've read a thing by The Game. The rapper, The Game. People aren't familiar with him. Like, he's a rapper, whatever. And he had this whole, like, barrage of tweets where he talked about, oh, I got like a 2-in-1 nugget. Peep here. He talked about, my wife ain't never working. You know, I'm paying for everything. I'm built that way. Blah, blah, blah. Which is fun, if that's how you feel. I disagree, but if that's how you feel, so be it. Not opposed to that. But I think he kind of answers on, number one, in this world, especially my generation, most of y'all in my age bracket, you know, if you're a millennial, again, I'm using that whole thing, you're born before or at 1997. Makes you a millennial, technically. So, at this point, if you are 23 turning 24 or above, then you fall into this kind of thing. We're the first generation that went to college, like everybody went to college. Gen Xers did not. So if you were in the 80s, college wasn't really like mandatory like it was for my generation. You were told you graduate high school, you go to college. So most of us did. Because of that, what you have is an entire generation of people that are in massive debt because you took out $60K so you could get an education to get a job that pays $20 an hour. That's what you did. So because of that, we don't have disposable income to a person. Again, I got a scholarship, but I'm talking about generally speaking. Most of my friends are in debt. And because of that, unless you are the game where you are a millionaire, they ain't got it. We ain't got the money. If you're a person making $50,000 a year and you want to provide for 2 people and you live in New Jersey, you ain't living much. And most people in respectable jobs, good jobs, teachers, start out making 20, 30K. What are you doing with that? And I'm not saying that like negatively. I'm just saying realistically speaking, I cannot, if I was a teacher, provide for 2 people 100% at that kind of income. The game can do that. He's a millionaire. Most of us can't. So I hear people say, oh, you broke, you can't pay. I'm not talking about myself. Like, again, I'm not flexing. I got a scholarship. I don't own one for college. Anyway, but I'm speaking most people. There's a difference between being broke and being a deadbeat. If you work 40 hours a week and you went to college and you have a job and you're living paycheck to paycheck, it might not be your fault. So it's not a derogatory thing. You need a dual income household for the average middle class family to live good. You want to have kids? Now you got 3 mouths to feed, 4 mouths to feed. So when he said that, I was just like, bro, you're a millionaire. It ain't the same. They don't hit the same. Not just that. But in this tirade he was going on, he kept referring to it as my woman. That's an old school mentality. I'm not saying he's wrong. Some people prefer that. But I never refer to somebody that I'm with as my woman, because you're not mine. You are you and I am me. We are an item. We are together, but I am not. You don't belong to me. You're not a possession. I don't treat women that I date like a possession. You're not an object. I hear guys, oh, that's my girl. Oh, that's my. You get one. I can't say that yet, but you know how people be with somebody and like, that's my region. You know what I'm talking about? That's not mine. That's yours. You choose to share that with me. I just look at it differently. I don't want that. Like, I don't want somebody that I provide for. I don't. I want a team. I want us to run stuff. I don't want to tell you what to do. And if you are my woman, then you don't have a say. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if that's wrong, but that's just how I feel. And I think that has a lot to do with how I grew up. My parents were a team. They both bought stuff home. They both paid for stuff on Christmas. They both paid the rent, the mortgage, whatever. That's what I want. I want a teammate. I want somebody to be there. Because now some people want a person that just wants to take the lead. And I'm not saying I'm opposed to that. I tell people what to do every day. But I like an independent woman that doesn't need me. Like, if I'm providing for you, you at that point need me. You can't eat without me. Like, I don't want that. Like, I don't need to be needed. And I'm not saying that he's wrong for the way he thinks, but I feel like if that's the relationship you have, then your woman, which I don't like, needs you. I don't want somebody that needs me. I want somebody that wants me. I want somebody that they could be fine with themselves, but they don't want to be. They want me. They want to be with me because I'm valuable to them. I helped their life. I helped build their life, but I didn't create it. I didn't do everything. And you know, full disclosure, I've been in relationships like that. I lived with somebody for 4 years. They didn't work. I hated it. I'm not going to say I'm not capable of it. I don't like it though. But at the same time, I don't need to sign a piece of paper to do that again. And that's what I mean by I'm never getting married. I'm never doing the papers. You want to be with me? You want to be me and you? Cool. But I ain't signing nothing. Oh, I can curse. I'm not signing shit. Nope. Y'all are afraid to get vaccines sometimes because y'all think that they're going to put a microchip in you, but you're going to sign a legally binding contract that states if y'all get divorced and y'all got to go through this whole... Which brings me to another point. What is with this group of people that think that, like, getting a vaccine is because they're putting chips in you? Listen, the only chips that I get in me is this. 1. 2, you have a phone. You're probably watching me right now on a phone. Your whole life is on that phone. Everything. Your bank information, your passwords, your cards, your likes, your dislikes, your social media, pictures of you, GPS. They don't need to put a chip in you. You're holding it. And unless you're going to get rid of your phone, which ain't nobody getting rid of their phone. Your whole life is on your phone. Every place you've ever visited in real life or digitally is in your hand. Like, I know y'all don't think you should delete your history, that your history is just gone. Still there. I'll just keep it in the butt. So, just relax. And don't get married. I've just yet to find a person to give me a reason. Sugar-free iced tea. Drop it in the Poland Spring bottle. We'll hang out. Still this tangy bar. I don't like the barbecue sauce from McDonald's, to be honest, but I'm still gonna eat it. I only asked for the hot mustard. They gave me the other ones. I only got 2 nuggets left. Oh, 3. Anyway. I just feel like I needed to get that off my chest. I'm never getting married. I don't even know what I want. And until I'm sure about that, I can't even think about the next step. I just think things have changed. Like, there are phrases I never heard of. I heard of a phrase today called ENM. Anybody heard that? It means ethically non-monogamous. I mean, I think that's like, again, I'm not judging you. That's your business, what you do. But that wasn't even allowed like 20 years ago. Ethically non-monogamous literally means that you don't think it's so. Your morals mean that you cannot be with one person. That's all it means. I'm not trying to be a know-it-all again, but monogamy just literally, it means one. Like, mono is a prefix meaning one person. So you are non-monogamous. Ethically, like, break it down. That means that your ethics, your morals, the basis, your virtues means that you cannot be, you do not believe that people should be with one person. And that is a thing, it's a term now. And it's not a wrong term, it's your own point of view. And I've I've read about men and women who are ENM. Get it how you live. I don't think I'm ENM. I don't think people should not be with one person. If you're in love, I believe in love. You can be with one person. I just don't believe in the ceremony of that. I don't need a piece of paper to tell me that I'm with somebody forever. Because I know too many people that step out on that piece of paper anyway. That contract ain't worth the paper they wrote it on, in my opinion. But that legally binding stuff makes for a messy divorce. There's I don't know if you guys have heard of Tim Burton. He's a director. Made like Edward Scissorhands, Nightmare Before Christmas, stuff like that. Him and his wife. I think they're separated now. But doesn't matter. Her name was Helena Bonham Carter. She was in a lot of his movies. Sweeney Todd. She was in like the weird like Alice in Wonderland. Anyway, they had adjoining houses. They were married, but they didn't live in the same house. They had two houses with like a middle ground. That's a W. I need one of them. You have your house, I have my house, and we got a little common area. I don't need to sleep in the same bed as somebody every night, bro. I know it sounds terrible, but I don't. Like, sometimes, like, it's hot. And sometimes I'm farting. I'm trying to help you out. You know? And sometimes you farting. Our hours just screwed up. It's 2 o'clock in the morning right now. I'm recording. So what do I do? Crawl into bed afterwards, smelling like McDonald's? Hey, baby. I'm good. I'm in a house with like 4 bedrooms and like we don't even sleep. Sometimes we do, like when we're both okay with it. I just want a couple more. I'm not gonna hold y'all. I've been rambling for this long. Anyway, I just wanted to get that off my chest. I felt like I needed to put it out in the air so that other people can kind of check in and weigh in. Maybe I'm wrong, but my opinion is my opinion. So I can't be wrong. Opinions aren't wrong, they're opinions. There's no such thing as a wrong opinion. There's just opinions that you don't agree with. It's like an oxymoron weird thing. Opinions are factual. There's a fact that your opinion is your opinion. Let that scramble your brain for a little bit. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. Don't smoke. It's not good for you. Anyway. See what I mean? Now I can just throw this out and have to like clean the dishes and stuff. W. Anyway, that was good. I hope you'll enjoy my TED Talk. It has been your boy King Strats. We'll be back tomorrow. More content, man. I love y'all so much. The hand signs have made it to YouTube.